Court of Throne and no. Court of Throne and Thorns and Roses. I always want to say Throne and Roses. Yeah, once my real job starts, the quality of videos, I'm sure. Good morning, fellow book nerds. It's Saturday morning and I'm in bed. Even though I was up at 4:30 this morning, I spent my hashtag 5 a.m. Writers Club doing work. I got tagged by the amazing Rachael Marie, the Road So Far tag. Question number 1 asks, if you could live in any fantasy land, what would it be? And at first I was thinking about mentally in Dragon Singer. I've always wanted a dragonling ever since I read that book. But you know how you name things when you connect them to Bluetoothy stuff? I named my little earbuds dragonling. I did. But I think I switch it to Valeris. The whole Court of Thorn and Roses series, I just love the community. I want to visit and live in the Rainbow District. Just sounds so beautiful. And I love that there's this community and that the local government really cares. You are so jealous. Number 2, what book or series of books really shocked me? Back in 1999, 2000, I was given Killing Floor by Lee Child. The ending. Yeah, I've been a Lee Child addict ever since, and I love Lee Child's writing style. My style tends to be more wordy than it needs to be, but he is so succinct, and it's just it makes so much sense because that's who Jack Reacher the character is. And I just love it so much. So if you are looking for a book that's gonna knock your socks off and shock your pants off, that's it. Killing Floor. I'm just talking to a laptop. Question number 3. If you could pick one author to meet, who would it be and why? I would say Amanda Hocking. She is the reason that I feel like I can write a novel. I saw a YouTube video clip of her story. I'll see if I can find all that and put it down below. And she was just so reasonable and human. And then when I read her books and she was so talented, I think it's because she's the first author that I looked at that I was like, oh, I could do that. Question number 4 asks, if you could read only one type of book for the rest of your life, what would it be? Dystopian future, please. Especially one where the government is going to be overthrown by a small band of scrappy rebels. What genre do you rarely read or wish that you read more of? So I'm reading Amityville Horror with Jane Reads as a read-along challenge. I'm really supposed to wait until Monday, but I may have already started reading it a few days ago. And luckily, I have some BookTube friends who specialize in horror. I will leave their links down below. I'm thinking right now of Regina St. Clair's Haunted Library, but I know that there's others. That was Ione sneezing. Also, I'm starting to get curious about philosophy, particularly ancient philosophy. I've been watching a lot of Triumphal Reads, and he reads a lot of nonfiction, and it kind of reminded me of a time where I'm not going to stop talking. That's just going to happen. That's Ione chasing her tail. Question number 6 asks, what's the most intimidating book series that you're too nervous to begin? Game of Thrones. Although, I did just look up all of them, and the next thing I'm going to do is type in how long they are, and I'm going to plan it, because when I'm looking ahead, which will be next. But this question inspired me to finally just bite the bullet and dedicate however many months it's going to take to listen to all of those books.
All of those books.
'Cause I'm all about them books. No, I'm all about them books. What would the no be then? No illiteracy. It doesn't work.
Question number 7 is, if you could only recommend one book series, what would it be? And my answer is City of Ember. Not because City of Ember is great. I think I gave up on the series after People of Sparks. I tried to start The Prophet of Yonwood. No, thank you. But the answer to How to End War, how desperate people with limited resources can coexist peacefully and even come together amid severe conflict. I think that's a theme worth sharing. Oh, thank you. Final question, question number 8. what are your reading plans and booktube plans for the next 6 months? So in September, I am really just going to focus on maintaining those healthy habits. I'm starting to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. Even today on a Saturday morning, I just naturally woke up at 4:30. It's given me the opportunity to revisit my work, and I'm going to give a shout out to Leah. Girl, you are what this community is all about. So go check her out. And when you subscribe, because I know you will, because she's awesome, tell her her fangirl sent you. October, I'm going to dig into some fun horror, including Wait Till Helen Comes. If you've read that book, will you please tell me? And if you haven't and you go and read it, will you please tell me? October's also Preptober for NaNoWriMo.
I'll be doing some videos about healthcare and planning and organizing. Maybe make some freebie templates.
And then November is NaNoWriMo. December is Hogwarts month. That's when I start the Harry Potter series. And I have plans to make my own butterbeer. I'm going to try to do floating candles in my foyer. I'm going to try and get a little train set to go around the Christmas tree. I've got nerdy plans. And January is too far away. And I plan on reading one nonfiction professional development book for myself once a month. It's almost the end of August, and I was thinking about doing a July wrap-up. I read like 17 books. I was going to do an Audible scroll through. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing my Audible book collection. If you leave a comment, feel free to leave a link to your favorite video. All right, and the people I tag. I am going to tag Court the Reader, Caffeinated Reads, Average Joe Reads, The Happy Booktuber, and Regina St. Clair. Keep reading, and as always, take care of yourselves. It's tagging time, it's tagging time.